Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. My name's Lucas and we're sharing our hobbies on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. And today, well, it's all about firewood because it's firewood season and it's camping season. I'm excited because this weekend, actually, Caden and I are going to spend our first fall camping in the cabin. We have temperatures that are going to be down in the low 40s. So we'll get to have us a fire in the cabin wood stove and do a lot of the things that I love to do in the fall and the winter time. Today, I've got things to clean up around the wood yard. You remember, I brought some logs up here from our storm cleanup, and I've got to deal with those. And I think this is mostly firewood. I don't think there's anything that I can mill out of this. I mean, I might be able to get a board or two, but I just don't think it's worth all of the work that it would take to get it out of those. So we're gonna cut those into firewood, and then I've got the slabs on my table from the last logs that we milled that I need to finish up. And actually, these slabs here are from the door frame that we built for the wedding. And once we completed that and finished it up, then I went ahead and took that back apart. And I've got these slabs that I'm gonna turn into some firewood as well. I shared with you guys a little while back that I've been trying to exercise a little bit. And so I've been going for jogs when I get off work and just, you know, try to stay active. In my day job, I sit at a desk all day and do tedious computer work. So when I get home, I try to be as active as I can be to offset that. I got home today, and instead of going jogging, I thought, man, I haven't split any firewood by hand in a while. So I think I'm gonna get the split maul and the axe, and I'm gonna swing them a little bit just to get some exercise. But I have a confession to make. I don't know that I have actually ever split any wood at all with an axe. I've always used a splitting maul. That's what my dad always used, and he never used an axe. And so I'll just be honest with you, I don't know why anyone uses an axe over a splitting maul. Educate me in the comments. Now, I may figure it out as I start swinging this, or at least learn a few things as I start swinging this, but I am going to cut up, I guess I'll just split this pine. Now, I will say it's pretty green. This is storm damaged pine, and I don't know how well it will split because it's pretty green. It might do better if it were dried out a little bit, but we can probably figure that out too because I have some pine over there that has been drying for a good bit. So I'm gonna grab my tools and I'm gonna set me up a splitting block. We'll split a little bit of wood by hand, and then I'll cut up what's on that table and we'll fire up the split fire and we'll get that wood split up. This should be a good time. Before I get too deep into this, I want you guys to drop down in the comments and share with me what you use to split wood. Do you split by hand? Do you use a splitter? What type of splitter do you use? Whether it is a split fire, hydraulic log splitter, you have a firewood processor, or you got a split maul or an axe. And tell me why you use that. Guys gotta learn, right? Now, one thing that's going to be interesting is I forgot my belt. So, yeah, I may have to have some editing involved if things get too rowdy. Oh man, I got a hole in my britches. Okay, so tip number one, don't wear your jeans with the holes in the knees, cause you're gonna fill your boot with sawdust. Man. So far, so good. Let's see here. Strategy. All right. So far, I ain't a big fan of this. Well, that felt pretty good. All right, now with the maul, we got some weight behind it. Ooh. Huh. It didn't act like it's going anywhere. That was ugly. If I could hit the same place twice, it would help. Let's try another one with the axe, all right? Okay, that seems to make more sense. try a dry piece with the splitting maul first. Mess with that one. Definitely easier to split dry wood. All right, let's try the axe. Woo! Okay, boys. Ah. Well, okay, so I need to learn how to cut wood straight. So yeah, dry pine, I tend to prefer the axe, I believe. Whoops, I ain't real good with it. Last one more with the maul. Okay, boys. Well, that felt pretty good. Overkill there. Well, just knocked your microphone off. All right, now I know what y'all are thinking. This old boy's out of shape. But I really am not in that bad a shape. I just went out a few days ago and ran 3 miles straight without stopping. So I'm not in terrible shape. I'm just not in wood splitting shape. And I kind of don't know what I'm doing. But I figured out at least a couple things. One, an axe is more useful than I thought it was, because I just kind of thought a splitting maul was the only way to go for splitting wood, but I'd never swung an axe. So kudos to the axe. The other thing I learned is, well, short of me being stuck out in the woods without a wood splitter, I ain't ever using an axe or a splitting maul, because I'm gonna fire up a split fire and put that sucker to work. I don't know, that probably took me 20 minutes to split 8 pieces of wood. Don't judge me. So now I'm gonna get serious and I'm gonna get this cut up, and we're gonna fire up the split fire and we're gonna get this wood knocked out. I don't know, I might split a few more pieces, but I'm kind of done embarrassing myself for one day. Oh no, that looks like it could use one more hit. That does feel pretty good. So there's definitely no question. If you're gonna be splitting by hand, you better let it dry for a little while first. Makes all the difference in the world. All right, well, I'm gonna run this off for a little bit because I'm gonna cut up everything on this table, get it cleared off, and then I'm gonna bring those logs over here and set them on my table and cut them up on the table. So I went ahead and put on my ear protection, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, well, we got her all loaded on there. My pants are getting looser. I don't think that means I'm losing weight. I think it just means that they're breaking in for the day. why is that fun? It just is. It's fun. I met a guy, I didn't get his name, but I met a guy at the Paul Bunyan show that owns a top-notch firewood splitter processor. Not quite processor level, but really top-notch splitter. And I said, so you run a business? You doing production? And he said, no, I just love firewood and I love machines. And I was like, so you're just a serious hobby firewood man. I mean, you know, because we're talking like $30,000 machine this guy's running. And he said, some guys have bass boats. I've got a fancy wood splitter. It's what I want. Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me exercise in the wood yard, because that's kind of what this evening was about. And really, yeah, I wouldn't last very long with an axe and a splitting maul. Our pile's growing. We got to be making some upgrades here pretty soon to get us a stand going down by the road. And I've got plans for that. I've got to get me some culverts. I got to get a little gravel hauled in so I have a pull-off spot to build my stand. And I'm going to get a little driveway built so that customers can pull in there. I'm going to get me a stand built, and we're going to start wrapping bundles. We'll park some totes down there, and we'll have them just kind of be self-serve. You can unload your tote into your truck if you want to buy it that way, or I can you know, take a deposit on a tote, something like that. I don't know. Leave me some tips and pointers if you guys run a firewood stand by the road, and tell me the things that you do. I've been watching a lot of videos, different guys doing different things with firewood stands. Andrew at Kelly's Country Life, he built a really nice stand, got a nice setup there. I'm going to take some ideas from that. So all of these things are kind of our long-term plans. We got an equipment shed build coming. We've got a new tractor coming pretty soon. It's all a whole lot of fun. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Till next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation, because it's beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.